All right, welcome to another day of How to ABL. Today is 10/6/2023 to Shock Season, and it is Blast Villain Mail Day. So we're going to be using Spamneto. Spamneto has a rage, pretty much spam everything, besides for 5, delay it until the bubble pops. That's it. Or appears. You want the bubble to appear. So let me go ahead and show you that in action really quick. Pretty easy to use, and then we will talk about additional information if you want to hang around afterwards. All right, so right away I'm going to pick up that and go 5, and then 4, 2, 1, 3. Use my team up, just kind of spam things as soon as they get on cooldown. As long as you're popping them, you're fine. I do need to save my 7 for canceling today because he doesn't have the ability to cancel. Thor not only cancels today, but Thor is also a great option because for some reason the elemental damage does extra damage here in ABL. So as long as I can charge up my 7, I should be in good shape, which I should be able to do with him because he's pretty easy to charge up with. There we go. We got the cancel off. It is important to note when you are picking up the first orb of a set of 4, because you do that twice, that you want to make sure that you are paying real close attention to when he's about to jump center, because if you don't have that 7 charged, you're going to be in trouble and need to do your run over. Alright, last orb. Let's pick this up really quick, and then we'll pop that 5 one more time. Alright, and as you can see, I'm using 7 as soon as it's ready. I'm spamming 7 too. The only thing we need to pay attention to, like I said, just make sure that we can cancel with it being Shock Season. This is a seasonal uniform if you haven't picked it up yet. It is a winter seasonal uniform, so make sure that you pick it up this winter if you don't have it. He is definitely not worth using, in my opinion, without this uniform. Even though he's one of my 3 favorite characters in the game, he is only meta with this one, and he is meta on multiple blast days. I was really hoping the newest Doctor Strange uniform, my favorite character, would be able to compete with this, and unfortunately he was not able to. It looks like Magneto is still outscoring him even on Blast Mail Day. Notice I'm not using my 7 here because I need it for my cancel. Where is my orb? Thank you. As soon as he is targetable, we can wait till he lifts his sword and then pop that 7 right away. I did have a delay on the first one because I was busy spamming and talking, and sometimes you mess up when you're talking. Just one of those things about doing some ABL. Now, surprisingly enough, Luna's actually better in ABL, and it seems like Magneto is better in ABX. Very, very, very close in ABX. If I ever do get my additional Pierce, I bet you Luna's going to do even better just due to the fact that it seems like Elemental, like I said, seems to just on a whole do better. You still want to have rages. I haven't been mentioning that in all of my videos anymore because at this point, if you've been watching my video series, you've seen that I've done all the seasons so far. This is the last season for this How to ABX and How to ABL series. So I don't think I need to say it in every single video, but I don't know, maybe I do. Maybe this is your first time. I can't cancel, I'm too far away. That is going to hurt my score. If you can't cancel and you're locked in an animation, it will hurt your score. So I don't know if I would have hit 8 million necessarily, but I definitely would have hit more for sure. 7.3 million is nothing to shirk at. I'll take it, but I'd probably will rerun this after my little video that I'm recording here. So 7,359,093. Just double check in. Last time with Magneto, what did we do? Oh, I didn't do them on Shock Season with the newest team-ups, so let me just see a Blast Villain Day for ABL on a whole. Just do a comparison. I'm kind of curious how close I was to some of my other ones. Blast Villain, Magneto, I do about 7.3. So this is on par. So this is about what he does on average. Still think I could have done a little bit more, probably closer to 7.5. So I will rerun this after. But let me give you some additional information. That's, you know, you're not here to stick around and hear me complain. I'm just going to show my cards and swords really quick. I think it's important to know the accounts that are being shown to you and know why they're doing what they're doing, so you can compare it to your own. So here are my stats and my cards. Like I said, I got 16% Pierce. Once I get higher Pierce, I definitely think I'll be doing a lot more. Here are my X swords. Here you go. All right, let's talk about the builds. So Magneto. Magneto is actually sitting with a Mighty Rage instead of a Brilliant one. It is Enraged. Uniform is Mythic. I do have a Destruction artifact. Don't have his own artifact. I got an ISO 8 set of Power of the Angry Hulk. I've got Thor as the Striker, as I talked about. All the skills are maxed out. Here are... Go ahead and hide my face for a second. I got some Odin's Blessings, everything's amplified, and here are the overall detail stats. So Looks like he is ranked 727, which isn't too bad, but he's a fairly decently built Magneto, but I could definitely do some improvements. Now let's talk about the team-up options and alternate teams in case you don't know who else to use for today. So Alliance Battle, Legendary, Challenge. So Magneto as a self-lead, definitely want to use that. You need the Phoenix 5 Cyclops for the Phoenix 5 makes him a villain. Without this, you can't use his bonuses, and he has this passive here, gives an extra 30% increase of energy attack. That's all he's doing. Mysterio here is 100% worth an insight, so he does have my insight, and you do need to have his Summer Mystery uniform. It's also a seasonal uniform, so if you don't have that, you'll have to use someone else, but this uniform effect applies to supervillains, gives that 40% damage dealt, and increase all basic attack by 30%. So that's why he's on the team, is because of the uniform effect. So if you're looking through and you look at the passive, and you're like, wait a minute, these passives here aren't doing anything, how is he helping? Well, it's because it's his uniform effect. It's not any of his passives. Other options for today. Honestly, there's not really a lot of good options. If you don't have Magneto, the only other two that I think would do decent would be Mephisto. Not that great, probably about half or a third of the score that you just saw. Or Malekith, if you have War of Realms uniform, does okay. I'm convinced Mephisto does better, but I don't have either one of them fully maxed out. I do have a Brilliant Judgment on Mephisto. But on a whole, like I said, I see the best work with Magneto. So I would say it's up to those two to be a second and third option. I really don't think Strife is going to do much of anything since he's PvP focused. And even though MODOK and Ebony Maw can do okay, they're just not going to be on the same level as the other two that I mentioned. You don't have a lot of team up or support options. So if you don't have Mysterio's uniform, you don't have Cyclops' uniform, you kind of have your hands tied for the most part. There are some team up bonuses you can do here, like if, for example, if you do this, you can get Mr. Sinister here, and it does do one of the additional team up options. Obviously, it's going to be better if you have Mysterio's uniform. So anyway, that's it. That's kind of the additional info. Hopefully that was helpful. And yeah, leave your comments, thoughts below, and I'll catch you in the next one. May your ABL scores be as high as possible.